In my endless quest to bring you the absolute best games available on the Microsoft Game Pass, I play through some real interesting hidden gems. I find some games that normally probably wouldn't cross a gamer's path and hopefully give you an opportunity to experience something that you might normally not have seen. In amongst all the greatness that exists, there is also a fair amount of shit. Things that you might be tempted to believe only got published because a deal was reached between Dev and Microsoft that in order for them to get a hold of some bangers, they also had to deal with the shovelware that these companies couldn't get released otherwise. At least not to any kind of actual success. This week, we're going to take a look at the game A Memoir Blue and try to answer the question, is this the worst game on Game Pass? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I am Colin, your Game Pass guru, here to Sherpa you up the mountain of content available on the Game Pass. If you're the type that requires brevity and you're not down to experience an entire video, then yes, this game sucks. This game sucks so much ass that I'm pretty sure it's illegal in some of our more prudish states. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. For the rest of you, though, I'm going to explain. A Memoir Blue is by far the biggest skid mark on the long-standing relationship that I have playing games from Annapurna Game Studios. In fact, off the bat here, I kind of don't want to give you the wrong impression by calling this self-important piece of hard drive bloat a game. It calls itself an interactive home. Now, if that sounds like the kind of pretentiousness that you would normally only encounter from a mixologist who's telling you about his muddling process before changing the cassette he has in a boombox so that he and his bar don't have to conform to the streaming of the normies today, with a V-neck so deep that you can see the beard oil in his happy trail, then I'm sort of up my own ass right now about how much I dislike people who are firmly implanted in their own. Listen, credit where credit's due. The game looks wonderful. The things it wants you to click when you click them, I guess. So technically it works. Although it might have been a better experience if it didn't and I just had to delete it off my hard drive before I spent all that out. Let's just look at this thing. This is the story of a girl who is apparently a famous and successful swimmer, but she seems to not like being that. Or she's intensely photosensitive. Either way, we're starting this. I really don't even know what to tell you here, so I'm gonna spoil all of it and tell you the moral of this game because I'm truly trying to save you from it. Young children with good parents love their parents, and they miss them when they're not around. Second moral, sometimes parents have to go places and it makes them be away from the families that they love and are good to. This is the entirety of the story that I can decipher. This game is set in a dream in which I guess our heroine is confronting her trauma, but to be honest, I'm having a hard time finding anything she's dealing with that makes me feel for her, much less feel like she's going through something, much less going through something special. In fact, I think she had a relationship with her mother that would make most game protagonists give her the Will Smith at the Oscars treatment and tell her to just accept that her life was super dope. We, I guess, revisit favorite memories in this game, and for some reason, we are shown wonderful moments, but with a sort of melancholy that makes it seem as though she resents them. This game uses no dialogue, and I think that is the most profound choice in the entire experience, because as far as I can tell, it has absolutely nothing to say. If there is something positive for me to tell you, it's that by the time you've gotten to this moment in the video, you would already be about 10% through the game. It's less than an hour from the non-existent start screen to the credits, and even that felt like a slog. There were some decent moments of music to be had, but honestly, they were so disjointed with the overall game that they may as well have been Weird Al singing show tunes, because this entire game is supposed to be an atmosphere, but all we're doing is peeling pictures and seeing beautiful things that we're supposed to be sad about. Now, before you claim that I just didn't get it, I have beaten this thing twice in its entirety. Once straight through, and a second time to get all the achievements. If you do this, just watch a walkthrough while you play. You'll get all 1,000 in less than an hour, and I promise you the voiceover guy will be more entertaining than this game. But remember that that is an hour that you can never get back. And you could have had a more fulfilling moment of trying to feel something by brushing your teeth with Icy Hot, which would have been a better use of your time than playing this. Listen, I understand art is subjective, and there's a chance that if you play this, it'll have some sort of profound impact on you. And if that's the case and you tell yourself that lie, then I suppose good for you. But do the rest of us gamers a favor and don't let anyone know that you think that. It's important that we acknowledge the fact that these sorts of abstract games do, at some point, need to not make us do all of the thinking and need to have something to say instead of simply trying to assign some sense of meaning to justify the thing's own existence. This is art, and sometimes art is bad. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you're still here at this point, then you'll agree this is the most important thing I've ever done, especially if it saves even one of you from going through what I did for the sake of this video. If you're here, you must have kind of liked the video, so why not like the video? If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. I know all creators do the whole, it really helps the channel thing, but honestly, it's really all we've got. If you haven't, feel free to join us over on Twitch for the live stream where I play through the Game Pass games. Not this one. Fortunately, I spared the community from that experience. I wonder if I can get community service credit for this. Regardless, thank you so much for all your support. We'll see you in the next one right around the corner. See ya!